not even legal.
Right.
It blows my mind. And it's one of those things where it's like, no, you're joking. No, there's the paper.
Does it have to go to
answer's
the,
obvious.
because they put it in that way? Is it going to be on the ballot?
If we vote on it, if we vote yes on it,
Can I ask?
And then if you vote no, they're gonna look at you and say, oh, they want
well,
slavery.
here's the beauty of the 31. See, the Republicans get to decide which bills go to the floor. In fact,
Yes.
y'all know that I'm the whip.
Yep.
My job is to whip votes. My job is to assign parking spots and offices and I lost my pen. I need a new one, and I don't like parking under the tree. The bird craps on. I get all those complaints. What I also get to do is I get a sheet of and you can keep passing that around. I get a sheet of all these bills. I get a sheet of all of them, and me and the majority leader get to say, yeah, we're not going to hear that bill.
Wow.
We're not going to hear that one. The chairman look at it, and the chairman say no. So let's say there's a bill, and it's on watercraft. And some of the members have questions about it. So it got out of committee 6-4 or 6-5. So it just barely passed. That bill will come to me and the majority leader, and we will look at the calendar and we will say when we want to put it on. If we don't want to put it on, we don't. I am also in charge of what is called Open Republican Caucus, which means we talk about all the bills that are going to go to the floor that got out of rules. If I don't caucus it, we don't put it on the floor. It must legally go through caucus. So we have several backstops for these bills. So that bill about slavery, it's dead on arrival. It's not going to go anywhere. They just wasted paper is what they did.
Teresa, the answer's obvious.
Trying to
These
justify
are the
their
people
job.
that removed Lincoln from history, so they don't know about slavery being abolished.
I got one more. I know, right?
I thought these people, to get elected, they had to have at least a third grade education.
No, there's no such
It's a
provision.
different one now.
Let me tell you the last one. And this is, I save it for last because the co-sponsor is your other representative for here,
Oh, Keith Senior.
Keith Seaman. So you get 2 representatives and 1 senator. Your senator is Republican TJ Show. I am your representative, and I am already in leadership, but you have another representative, a Democrat by the name of Keith Seaman. He co-sponsored HB 2365. Just gonna read you the title. Immigration Law Enforcement Repeal.
Whoa.
Let me read that again. Immigration Law Enforcement Repeal. Now, if the Republicans lose 2 seats in the House, the Democrats will be in charge, and all this nonsense comes because we have a Democrat governor that will say. Now, speaking of our Democrat governor, and then I'll open it up for questions. I saw her the other day. I went and I shook her hand. And yes, I did. And I said, Governor, I have over 200 emails from my people in Maricopa who are concerned about the 347. Oh, thank you. Who are
Means that you shook her hand.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So, what happened was, I shook her hand and I said, I have over 200 emails from the people of Maricopa who really need the 347. So we're gonna start cutting the budget. The governor has said that she wants to cut all unimportant projects. She wants to get rid of them. I'm for cutting the government too. But the projects that she wants to cut are roads. And she wants to cut over $50 million that TJ Shope and I worked extremely hard to get for State Route 347 in Maricopa. So I shook her hand and I said, Governor, I have over 200 emails from my constituents in Maricopa. They say, please don't cut that road. I will help you find $50 million in agencies, because I already know where they're at, because of my PCs. I will help you cut those. We can make this, we can make a very trim budget without cutting roads. I'll help you if need be. We need that road. We need the I-10, and you're crazy if you cut the I-10. But the 347 is extremely important. And I'll give you one guess what she said. Not one word. She shook my hand and went like this. Not one word.
Like, is that a bill?
Not
She
one
wasn't
word.
even hearing you.
Yeah.
Not. Well, as loud as I am, how is she not gonna hear me?
She heard you, not what just what.
Selective hearing.
You know what it was? Is I either scare her and she didn't know what to say, or she just didn't know what to say
Right,
and said nothing.
right.
Now, I don't mean to pick on her, but at least you would have thought she would have said, you know what?
Responded.
You know what? I'll try to figure it out. You know what? I don't want to cut roads, but this and that. You know what? I'll take your help. Thank you. Nothing. Literally not one word. Not one word. Not one word. And so I sit here and I'm dumbfounded as to what is going on up there. And so with that, I'm going to open it up for questions. I thank you so very much for all your help that you've given to me, for signing my petitions, for your support, for your friendship, for coming down to the Capitol. It has been a wonderful, wonderful experience just having the cooperation with you all. So with that, I'm going to open it up for questions. Peter.
What's going on with laboratory meat in the state of Arizona?
I don't know.
I hear that there's been some movement to outlaw possibility of use in restaurants of lab meat.
I've not seen that bill. I've not seen that bill. I'll keep an eye out for that bill.
Please.
We have over 700 bills that have dropped. Over 700. Some of them are very short and some of them are 15 pages long. So what will happen is it goes through rules, which I sit on rules, and we look at all the bills, and then the majority leader and I will get a list of all the bills that went through rule. Well, I get a list of all the bills so that I know what I'm going to caucus. And then after that caucus, we'll get a list of bills of what is happening. I've not seen that bill. Doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. There's over like 700,
Right.
but I'll keep an eye out for it.
The one I'm really interested in on the one that's going to create a sovereign national border between us and California.
We need that one.
I got
Yes.
a question with the answer, well, anyway. Of course, you know, I'm a veteran. Do you ever see Representative Crane?
You know, Representative Eli Crane is a really nice man. He came down to the Cowboy Church. He did a town hall with Steve Bannon.
Okay.
We had over 300 people in attendance and over 100,000 watching online.
Wow.
Congressman Crane's district not only goes to Casa Grande and Maricopa, but he also goes to Prescott and up into Coconino, and he goes up to Gila, and so he's got an incredibly large thing. However, as a member, not a member of U.S. Congress,
Right.
I work part-time for a U.S. congressman called Paul Gosar. And prior to me becoming a state representative, I used to go out on behalf of him as well.
Right.
So I used to go out to libraries, Chamber of Commerce meetings, veterans meetings, Republican meetings, and I would say, hi, I'm here on behalf of,
Yeah.
Congressman Gosar. I think Congressman Crane is looking for somebody,
To do, yeah.
for a staff to help him, and I think once he gets that person, he'll be a little more in the district.
Yeah,
And I say between DC, Prescott, Gold Canyon, it's
That's
an
big.
hour.
Yeah.
It's an hour from my house in Casa Grande to Gold Canyon.
Oh, yeah.
An hour, one way.
Yeah.
And so, I think that the district is, I think you'll see more from him when he hires someone.
The reason being is, you've heard I don't know what far y'all go, whatever, but you heard about all the immigrants using the
Mhm.
VAs?
Mm-hmm.
No, enough's enough now. What do we gotta do?
I think we gotta send them to California. I think we gotta send them to Illinois.
Yeah.
I think we gotta send them to New York.
Because you know what, if I see just one down at Tucson VA, someone's gonna have to bail me out of jail.
Well,
I'm just.
what I
saying.
would do is certainly take pictures of it, send it to me, and then
Okay.
send it to, I'll send it to our VA people in the
Okay.
state
Okay.
and ask them questions, but we need pictures and we need kind
Yeah.
of some
Evidence.
information, date, time type thing.
Right,
And then I will also forward it to Gaither Martin, who's the district director for Eli Crane.
okay.
Oh,
Because
one thing
I
on
know-
that. Oh, I'm sorry.
Let me just say this, I'll be done. I know when I had to order my meds from there, nothing big, y'all, just antacid medicine, it took me a month to get it. And I'm starting to think, like, why, that's never happened before, you know, so I need to go down there and just check it out.
Yeah.
You know, that's just crazy.
No, I hear you. Send it to me, and then I will send it to the VA, ask
Okay.
questions on your behalf,
Okay.
and then I will also send it to Gaither Martin Boots.
Okay.